Have you ever wondered what it takes to truly understand a man who refuses to be defined by society's rules? Sigma males are a rare and unique breed of men, highly independent, operating on their own terms, and unconcerned with the judgments of others. These are the kind of men who cannot be controlled or swayed. Yet, despite their unyielding nature, they often find themselves subtly tested by women who seek to gauge their competence and value in a relationship. In this video, we'll dive deep into the psychology behind these interactions as I reveal 7 hidden tests women use with Sigma males. Stay tuned to discover what these tests are and how Sigma males navigate them with their trademark calm and calculated demeanor. Number 1. The independence test. One of the first tests a woman might use to gauge a Sigma male's true nature is by subtly withdrawing her attention or support to see how he reacts. Will he cling, seeking validation and reassurance? Or will he remain steadfast and self-reliant? This is where the Sigma male truly shines. Unlike the average man who might feel the urge to chase or overcompensate, the Sigma male remains unfazed. He understands that his value isn't dependent on external approval. Instead of seeking her attention, he continues to focus on his own goals and interests. For example, imagine a scenario where a woman suddenly becomes less communicative. She's not responding to texts as quickly or canceling plans. While many men might become anxious or overly attentive, a Sigma male would simply acknowledge the change, give her the space she seems to need, and redirect his energy toward his own pursuits. Whether it's diving deeper into a personal project or spending time in solitude, this response not only reinforces his independence but often draws her back in, intrigued by his uncheckable sense of self. Number 2. The social test. Another subtle yet revealing test a woman might employ is observing how a Sigma male navigates social situations, particularly those involving her friends or family. This test isn't just about making a good impression, it's about seeing if he can adapt to different social dynamics without compromising his authentic self. Unlike more extroverted types who might try to charm everyone in the room, Sigma males often take a more measured approach. They're selectively social, choosing when and with whom to engage, all while maintaining their distinct sense of individuality. For instance, during a gathering at her friend's house where the atmosphere is lively and everyone's mingling, the Sigma male might opt to have a deep, meaningful conversation with just 1 or 2 people instead of trying to work the room. This selective interaction often leaves a lasting impression on those he chooses to connect with, making him both mysterious and memorable. Similarly, during a family dinner, instead of jumping into every conversation, he might quietly observe, offering thoughtful input only when it genuinely adds value. His calm confidence and ability to stay true to himself, even in the midst of social expectations, can be both attractive and challenging for women, as it shows that he's not easily swayed by external pressures, making him a rare and intriguing partner. Number 3. The loyalty test. Loyalty is a trait that many women value deeply, and a subtle way they might test a Sigma male's loyalty is by creating scenarios that challenge his commitment either to her or to his own values. For Sigma males, loyalty doesn't just mean being faithful in a relationship. It's about staying true to their principles, even when faced with tempting or difficult choices. This unwavering loyalty to their core beliefs can be both a blessing and a curse. Imagine a situation where a woman subtly implies that she'd like him to change something fundamental about himself, perhaps urging him to take a more conventional job or to soften his stance on a particular issue. While some men might bend to such pressures in the name of keeping the peace, a Sigma male would remain steadfast. He might calmly explain that his values are non-negotiable, showing that his commitment to what he believes in outweighs the desire to conform for the sake of the relationship. This can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it demonstrates his deep loyalty to his principles, making him a man of integrity. On the other hand, it can also be frustrating for a woman who might wish for a bit more flexibility. This test ultimately reveals that while a Sigma male is loyal, his first allegiance will always be to his own code, and any relationship with him will have to respect that boundary. Number 4. The jealousy test. The jealousy test is a classic way women might probe a Sigma male's emotional resilience and confidence. This test involves introducing scenarios that could potentially provoke jealousy, like casually mentioning other men or creating situations where his status might feel threatened. The intention is to see if he reacts with insecurity or if he maintains his composed demeanor. For a Sigma male, such tests are usually met with calm indifference. Picture a scenario where a woman talks about an attractive coworker or a past relationship to see if it triggers any signs of jealousy. While many men might become defensive or overly attentive in response, a Sigma male remains unfazed. He recognizes these provocations for what they are and responds with quiet confidence, perhaps even acknowledging the other person's qualities without feeling the need to compete. This lack of reaction can either pass the test, showing his secure sense of self, or lead to further testing as the woman tries to delve deeper into his emotional layers. The Sigma male's ability to stay centered in these moments underscores their strong self-assurance and reinforces their unique allure, even as it sometimes leaves others questioning their emotional depth. Number 5. The boundaries test. The boundaries test is where a woman might subtly push a Sigma male's limits, probing to see just how firm he is in maintaining them. Sigma males are renowned for their strong personal boundaries. They know who they are, what they stand for, and they're not easily swayed by external pressures. This trait is often put to the test in relationships, where a woman might challenge his limits, whether by asking him to compromise on his principles, invade his personal space, or demand more of his time and attention than he's willing to give. For example, she might insist on spending every free moment together or subtly push him to prioritize her needs over his own projects or solitude. While many men might gradually give in, a Sigma male will hold his ground. He might gently but firmly communicate his need for personal space or explain why he won't compromise on certain values, demonstrating that his boundaries are non-negotiable. This can evoke a range of reactions from women. Some might feel frustrated by his resistance, while others might be intrigued and even respect the strength of his convictions. Ultimately, this test reveals a Sigma male's unwavering commitment to his own identity and values, highlighting why he's impossible to control or mold, and why any relationship with him must respect the boundaries he so carefully maintains. Number 6. The emotional depth test. Women often seek to uncover a Sigma male's emotional depth by steering him into emotional conversations or creating situations that demand a more vulnerable response. This test is particularly telling as it touches on an area where Sigma males often tread carefully. Unlike others who might wear their hearts on their sleeves, Sigma males are more reserved, valuing their privacy and the inner sanctum of their thoughts. This can make it challenging for them to express their emotions openly, leading to a certain ambiguity in how they're perceived. For example, a woman might initiate a deep, heart-to-heart conversation, hoping to peel back the layers of his stoic exterior. She may ask probing questions about his past, his fears, or his feelings toward the relationship, expecting a revealing response. However, instead of spilling his emotions, the Sigma male might offer a thoughtful but measured reply, revealing just enough to satisfy her curiosity without fully opening up. This can leave her with mixed feelings. On one hand, his reluctance to fully share might make him seem distant or aloof, but on the other, it adds to his mysterious aura, making her even more intrigued by the man who keeps so much to himself. This test highlights the complex dynamic of emotional interaction with a Sigma male, where his silence speaks volumes, and his guarded nature both fascinates and frustrates those who seek to understand him. Number 7. The patience test. Women might test a Sigma male's patience by observing how he reacts to unexpected delays, changes in plans, or emotional fluctuations. These situations are designed to see if he can maintain his composure or if he'll crack under pressure. However, Sigma males, known for their strategic thinking and calm demeanor, often pass this test with ease. They understand that life is unpredictable and adapt accordingly, viewing such challenges as mere bumps in the road rather than crises. For instance, if plans suddenly change or emotions run high, a Sigma male is likely to respond with measured calm, taking everything in stride. While this patience is one of his strengths, it can also be misunderstood as indifference. Women might mistake his lack of visible reaction for a lack of care, when in reality, it's his way of staying grounded and avoiding unnecessary drama. This test, therefore, not only reveals a Sigma male's remarkable patience but also highlights the potential for miscommunication in relationships, where his calm exterior might be seen as distant rather than deliberate. Do you agree with the points I made in this video? Let me know in the comments, with word done. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we invite you to subscribe now and become part of our channel. Thank you for your attention. Until next time.